Street Report is here to make sense of it all. Street Report is causing social change across your streets. In your community. Street Report is here with hardcore journalists to get to the root of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanyu, as our number the force every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Ebonade 103.5 FM as Street Reports on fools in your face. On your Martin Ebonade corner 24/7, 24/7. Ebonade FM 103.5. We are on 24/7, 24/7. Around the clock. Ebonade FM 103.5. Whole day, all night. Non-stop delightful radio broadcast. Join us. Culture and entertainment at their best. Hi, I am Martin Ifanyu. Say my name to define mass media and it is defined. I am Martin, journalist to the core, a broadcaster if you will. I am Martin, the film director. I am Martin, producer. CKC call me metal or mobile picky. Otsuma call me metal. For know me as the lyrical killer. Who calls me Papoa. Whenever I look at the sky from here, I think the most time was good.
Yes, so it's about time, it's about time, and it's about to go down right now, basically, on bossmanship, causing social change, basically. That's what we are here to do right now, and it's about time, and you know what it is. To tell you the truth, anything you say to any Nigerian now, they will tell you how difficult it is for anyone to access money from any source, ATM, POS, bank. It is very difficult. Good evening and welcome to this wonderful spirit and knowledge-filled edition of Street Report on Ebonade 103.5 FM. I am Martin Ifanyu Ikizie as a number the force, the one that I call Metal. Yes, it's a difficult one, but man, we are going to cause this social change, whether the devil likes it or not. We are here to cause that social change. But this one is a difficult one, but we'll talk about it still. Because basically our business here is to, talk about that difficult situation and get it sorted out. That's what we do here basically on Street Report on Ebonade 103.5 FM, every Friday, and it's going down. We keep cracking the hard nuts, That's what we have come to do. Let's crack this hard nut. Anyways, how are you doing this evening? Irrespective of all that is going on, yes, I expect that we'll have a positive outlook towards life, towards everything we are seeing right now, because in no distant time, all of these things will be a thing of the past, basically, just the way Central Bank told us. Because basically now you could say to any Nigerian now, what do you think about climate change? And the next thing you hear is change. Basically, you are talking about climate change, but everybody is focused on this stuff because it's affecting everybody. But if you look at it properly, you will discover that this is not the first time Nigeria is doing something like this, changing money or changing, that's the thing. This is not the first time Nigeria is doing something like this. But hardship that is biting our people on this one is like, is working with fuel scarcity and insecurity as tag team partners to deal with Nigerians, basically. So that's the reason why we must talk about this situation. But there are some benefits, that awaits us as Nigerians in this particular exercise. Some people, and I say, kedo kamado si nwesi ego na bank, oman wiki wepụ ego ya. What's the difference between this exercise of changing the new currency, like changing from the old currency to the new currency, the new naira note, basically? What's the difference between this exercise and the ones that were done in the past? That's exactly what we'll be talking about today on this edition of Street Report on Ebon 103.5 FM. We need to talk about it basically. We need to understand what happened in the past when these things are done and what is happening now. What's the difference basically, and see where we can fix one or two basically. Anyway, before we get to that part, let's talk about the benefits, that comes with this change of old Naira notes bill or old Naira note to new Naira notes. There are benefits that comes with it. Let's talk about the benefits that is going to come from this particular exercise. Now, according to President Muhammadu Buhari, reasons given to him by the Central Bank of Nigeria, convinced him that the economy will stand to benefit from reduction in inflation, currency counterfeiting, and excess cash in circulation. Let us remember that IMF urged, Nigeria to be very careful about, this currency rebranding at first. If you would remember, let me refresh your memory on that particular one right now. Yes, both IMF and World Bank warned CBN on negative impact of Naira redesign on economy, poor households. Yes, the World Bank has warned that the time and short transition period to the redesigned Naira notes will have a negative impact on economic activities and in particular the poorest households. The redesigned 200 naira, 500 naira, 1000 naira notes came into circulation on Thursday, December 15th, while the old notes will cease to be legal tenders from January 31st, this year. The world, in its latest Nigerian development update, agreed with the Central Bank of Nigeria that the need to redesign the nation's currency is overdue, noting the Naira has not been redesigned for 2 decades. Basically, they agreed with us that we need to redesign it. But at the same time, they said, however, that international experience such as policy, when rapidly implemented, generated significant short-term cost, especially on small businesses and poor households. And that's exactly what we are seeing today in this exercise of redesigning Naira. And then, we adopting the new notes now instead of the old notes. But at the same time, we are seeing that in the banks, basically, both the old and the new now is scarce. So people can't even access both the old notes and the new notes now. So what's going on? Anyway, this is not the first time Nigeria is doing something like this. This naira redesign or changing from one form of currency to another. That's why you and me, we are going to, groove to this song from Captain Modibe, of blessed memories. Listen to this song. Remember that you are listening to Street Report on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. And I remember Martin Ifan Shukwiki is our number the first, the one them I call metal. And the only thing our people are talking about right now is this Naira redesign. Group to this, and we'll be back to talk about it properly, getting down to the history, all that has happened ever, when it comes to Nigeria changing currency from this to that and all, and like whatever that played out in the process of doing it. That's exactly what we'll be looking at on this edition of Street Report on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Stick around and enjoy this.
I am Martin Ifan. Say my name to define mass media, and it is defined. I am Martin, journalist to the core, a broadcaster if you will. I am Martin, the film director. I am Martin, producer. CKC call me metal or mobile kitty. Osuma call me metal. Paul know me as the lyrical killer who calls me Papoa. Whenever I look at the sky from here, I think the most high was good.
Yes, of course, the people, the target here is people with illicit money, buried under the soil. They will have a challenge with this particular exercise. But workers, business owners with legitimate incomes will face no difficulties at all. You are welcome back to Street Report on Ebon at 103.5 FM, and I'm Martin Epan Chukwueke. As our number the first, the one them I call Metal. You know how it is. Yes, a lot of people who complain about the fact that whenever they go to POS and the POS vendor will sell the naira at the sum of 3,000, 2,000, or 1,000 for 5,000 naira amount or 10,000 that you're withdrawing, 10,000 withdrawal, as the case may be. Have you asked yourself? We haven't heard of anybody arrested in the southeast about these sales of the naira, but we've heard about arrests in Ibadan, in so many other parts of Nigeria. But when it comes to southeast, we are coded people, Abi, and then suffer, no, they tire us, Abi. Now, the question today is, how difficult was it for Nigerians when this exercise was conducted in the past? This exercise of Naira redesign, let's look at the history of currency in Nigeria, basically. Now, during the pre-colonial era, different cultures used a variety of items as means of exchange. This included cowries, manillas, beads, bottles, and salt, amongst others. The first major currency issued in Nigeria was undertaken square to the Colonial Ordinance of 1880, which introduced the shillings and pence as the legal tender currency in British West Africa. The unit of coins managed by the Bank of England were 1 shilling, 1 penny, half penny, and 1/10 penny, and were distributed by a private bank, the Bank for British West Africa, till 1912. From 1912 to 1959, the West African Currency Board issued the first set of banknotes, and coins in Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, and the Gambia. The highest banknote denomination was £1, while the 1 shilling coin was the highest coin denomination. On 1st July 1959, the Central Bank of Nigeria issued Nigerian currency banknotes, while the WACB issued banknotes and coins were withdrawn. It was not until 1st July 1962 that the currency was changed to reflect the country's republican status. The banknotes, which bore the inscription Federation of Nigeria, now has Federal Republic of Nigeria inserted at the top. The notes were again changed in 1968 following the misuse of the currency banknotes during the Civil War, square to the decision by the government to change from the metric to decimal. The name of the Nigerian currency was changed in January 1973. The major units of currency, which used to be £1, ceased to exist, and 1 naira, which was equivalent to 10 shillings, became the major unit, while the minor unit was called the kobo, 100 of which made 1 naira. On 11th February 1977, a new banknote, which the value of 20 naira, was issued. It was the highest denomination introduced at the time as a result of the growth of the economy, the preference for cash transaction, and the need for convenience. The banknote was the first in Nigeria to bear the portrait of a prominent Nigerian citizen, the late head of state, General Mutara Ramat Muhammad, 1938 to 1976, who was the torchbearer of the Nigerian Revolution of July 1975. The note was issued on the first anniversary of his assassination as a fitting tribute to a most illustrious son of Nigeria. He was declared a national hero on 1st October 1978. Yes, it's Straight Report on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. We are looking into the history of, Nigeria changing from currency to another, from this one to the other one. So we get to understand our situation right now, the way it is unfolding. Now, the banknote was the first in Nigeria to bear the portrait of a prominent Nigerian citizen, the head of state, just like I told you. Now, on the 2nd July 1979, new currency banknotes of 3 denominations, namely 1 naira, 5 naira, and 10 naira were introduced. These notes were of the same size, of 151 times 78 millimeter as the 20 naira notes issued on 11th February 1977. In order to facilitate identification, distinctive colors were used for the various denominations. The notes bore the portraits of 3 eminent Nigerians who were declared national heroes on 1st October 1978. The engravings at the back of the notes reflected various cultural aspects of the country. In April 1984, the colors of all the banknotes in circulation were changed with the exception of the 50 kobo banknotes to arrest the currency trafficking prevalent at the time. In 1991, the 50 kobo and 1 naira were both coined. In response to the expansion in economic activities and to facilitate an efficient payment system, the 100 naira, 200 naira, 500 naira, and 1,000 naira banknotes were introduced in December 1999, November 2000, April 2001, and October 2005, respectively. On 28 February 2007, as part of the economic reforms, 20 naira was issued for the first time in polymer substrate, while the 50 naira, 10 naira, and 5 naira banknotes, as well as 1 naira and 50 kobo coins, were reissued in new designs, and the 2 naira coins was introduced. On 30th September 2009, the redesigned 50 naira, 10 naira, and 5 naira banknotes were converted to polymer substrate, following the successful performance of the 20 naira polymer banknotes. Thus, all lower denomination banknotes were now printed in the polymer substrate. Finally, the CBN, as part of its contribution towards the celebration of the nation's 50th anniversary of Nigeria's independence and the 100 years of its existence as a nation, issued the 50 naira commemorative polymer banknote on 29 September 2010 and the 100 naira commemorative banknote on the 19th December 2014, respectively. So the question remains: what is the difference between our experience now in this exercise and these happenings over history? Did people suffer this much when the naira currency is being changed over the years, like I just mentioned to you now? Did we suffer, like did people during that period suffer as much as people are suffering right now in order to get that particular note that is being distributed per se? So what is your take? Now, in as much as a lot of Nigerians are complaining about this naira redesign, yet money is still exchanging hands. People are still conducting businesses, transfers, or the online transactions. Let me bring you up to speed on what is happening when it comes to online transaction today in Nigeria. Now, service downtime deepens consumers' woes as internet banking fails. Service downtime deepens consumers' woes as internet banking fails. First day into the extended 10 days granted by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, for the old 200 naira, 500 naira, and 1,000 naira notes to be swapped for new ones. The cash squeeze continued across the country yesterday as millions of Nigerians struggled to complete transactions for goods and services. The scarcity of cash, both old and new ones, is further compounded by service downtime consumers are experiencing on internet banking, automated teller machines, ATMs, and point of sales terminals, POS. These challenges, especially access to cash over the counter, ATMs, and POS yesterday, further took a downward trend as banks failed to give out cash to customers. This is even as various ATM terminals visited were not dispensing cash, while those dispensing minimally had huge crowd to contend with. So even with a cashless society, I know that some people are still doing transactions, transfers, and the rest of them, but this is the report we are getting. So basically, the question is, your experience about it, how it is going now, but if compared with what happened in the past, 3-5, let's talk about this. It is affecting everybody. We need to talk about it, and in trying to cause social change to it, in talking about it, we get to direct even people, authorities, people who are involved in this in one way or the other to enable us, to help us out in this issue. Now, if you look properly, it looks as if, the CBN is not that prepared for this exercise before it started. Now, the president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, wants Nigerians to give him 7 days to work on the cash crunch issue or the scarcity of naira. Let me bring you up to speed on that too. Yes, this is how it is unfolding. Buhari begs Nigerians for 7 days to resolve cash crunch issues. President Muhammadu Buhari Friday urged citizens to give him 7 days to resolve the cash crunch that has become a problem across the country, from the policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, to change high-value naira notes with new ones. Buhari said this after meeting with governors elected on the platform of All the Progressive Congress, APC, in Abuja. He said the currency redesign will give a boost to the economy and provide long-term benefits, while expressing doubts about the commitment of banks, in particular, to the success of the policy. Some banks are inefficient and only concerned about themselves, Buhari said. Even if a year is added, problems associated with selfishness and greed won't go away. He said he had seen television reports about cash shortages and hardship to local businesses and ordinary people, and gave assurances that the balance of 7 of the 10-day extension will be used to crack down on whatever stood in the way of successful implementation. I will revert or the other in the remaining 7 days of the 10-day extension, the president assured. The governors told the president that while they agree that his decision on the renewal of currency was good and they are fully in support, its execution has been botched and their constituents were becoming increasingly upset. They told the president that as leader of the government and party in their different states, they were becoming anxious about a slump in the economy and the series of elections that are coming. They requested the president to use his power to direct the concurrent flourish of the new and old notes till the end of the year. Buhari said when he considered giving approval to the policy, he demanded an undertaking from the CBN that no new notes will be printed in a foreign country. And they in turn gave him assurance that there was enough capacity, manpower, and equipment to print the currency for the local needs. He said he needed to go back to find out what was actually happening. Buhari told the governors that being closer to the people, he had heard their cries and will act in a way that there will be a solution. Yes, it is still Street Report on Ebona at the 103.5 FM and it's unfolding. The numbers you call to become part of this conversation 00966661035. Let's hear from you. Hello? 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 Oh, please call back 08096661035 and then let's talk about it. Basically, it is affecting all of us and we need to talk about it. Now that the president is telling us that he's going back to check out and see exactly what he's trying to stop this thing. At the same time, he accused banks of being selfish. Let's hear from you. Hello? 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 Oh, please call back 08096661035. It's like network is messing with us, but we are still going to have this conversation. Just keep the calls coming. Hello? 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 Hello?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. How are you doing? Your name and location, please. From Aba. Oh, please call back. The person calling from Aba. 08096661035. Let's have this conversation. It is important that we talk about this. It is affecting everybody. 08096661035. And then you have this conversation with me. Let's talk about it and see how we can, solve one or two in this particular issue. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good evening. Hello? Yeah, good evening. Can you hear me? Hello?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Your name and location, please. Oh, please. Hi. 08096661035. Keep the calls coming. We'll have this conversation. It is important that we have this conversation so we get to understand what is going on in our streets right now, when it comes to this issue of, cash crunch or let's hear from this person. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Hello?
Hello, good evening. Hello? Oh, please. Pardon me and this network, but just keep the calls coming, please. 08096661035. You can as well send SMS or WhatsApp message to the same number, 08096661035. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Hello?
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me? Oh, please. What's this, man? Hello? Oh, please. 08096661035. Then, if you look at this particular situation, you understand that even the president is trying to figure out exactly what is going on right now. Hello? Oh. Keep the calls coming. We'll have this conversation. It seems like the network don't want us to talk about this, but we'll talk about it. It's affecting us. So keep the calls coming. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, your name and location, please.
Mr. Augustine from your world.
Please take it away. Go on.
Okay. So, it's a good policy anyway.
Okay.
But we beg the president to facilitate his promise.
Okay.
At least those in the village, so they will be able to get some coin or some money in transaction, buying food and other things.
Okay.
Since you know that one cannot, nobody has food stock.
Okay.
Unless you go to market and buy something, let's try and facilitate his promise.
Okay.
7 days promise.
Okay. And now, in the area where he is accusing banks of being selfish and greedy, in what way do you think that the banks are doing this thing that he's saying?
Yes, because some people, those collecting POS, and then when they get there, they will pay the bankers and huge money for them to have cash
Okay.
for their transaction.
Mm.
So that is how they are selfish.
Okay.
So instead of them to distribute the money to individuals, they will hold it maybe to the US operators or something like that.
Mm.
So it's not good.
Okay, but then my question now is, why is it that nobody has been arrested for selling naira in the southeast? We've heard.
That is the question. That won't concern the police.
Okay.
You see, and maybe if I say I'm working on hand, I don't know, but it is their duty.
Okay.
That, somebody was reporting in the radio program yesterday night that he was at Abuja, one of the banks there. So they were not issuing cash. Until when CSS and all the law enforcement agents arrived the bank, they enter into the bank, and these people rush and put money in this what is it called ATM machine.
Okay.
So the ATM started to pay people in that bank at Abuja. So if they can do that thing in Anambra State, I think it will change different students who have some cash.
Okay. So don't you think that is our responsibility as individuals or as citizens of Nigeria to inform the police about the development?
They have to enter into the bank and force them to put the money inside the ATM machine.
Okay. Anyhow, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, it is still Street Report on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. And remember that whenever you call us, where you can as well compare the suffering the people are going on, like the people are going through right now, with that of all the exercises that we must have done in the past about changing from this currency to that currency. Let's hear from you. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, my brother. How are you doing?
I'm fine. My name is Romanus. Okay. He's calling from Ogidi.
Please go on, Romanus.
Yeah. This policy is a good one.
Okay.
In the sense that you can see how ACC this way are running theater looking for solutions. The other day, the governor of Kano told Buhari not to come to Kano. Yes, because of this new Naira scarcity.
Okay.
And the policy. They are not even talking of new Naira scarcity. They are talking of using the old currency because they had a plan.
Okay.
These people had a plan. And Buhari know that plan from day one.
Okay.
That's why he wants to prevent something. The only thing that if the president said that he will do something within 7 days. 7 days is that 10 days that this deadline will end. Yes. Today is what? I said, yes. By 7 days to the 10th of February.
Okay.
Where do you know what he's talking? He don't want to give them direct answer because he knows that he has the one who leads to the that is what we are talking about.
So okay.
They are not working. They know the people that are targeted. Instead of them to they used to eat it in the country when institution is working. People, the masses will not have going through this topic.
Okay.
Nothing would be arrested by holding money inside the compound instead of suffering the whole masses for the few because of few people that are holding money. Blood ban is for pay for blood ban. So somebody come back and say telling people that is a misroad. This is because institutions are not working.
Okay.
Now everybody is getting the consequences. And for those people that say no election, so all of us are suffering it now. Have you seen the irony?
Okay.
You say no election, and when somebody is there, any policy you produce, you must abide by it.
Okay.
That is why our people will shine their eyes and get the CBC ready to make a point.
Okay.
This thing is enough. Enough is enough. This is that. So what all they are saying, they are not talking of making the new Naira note to be available.
Okay.
They are saying that the president should
allow the two of them to coexist.
Using old and new.
So you are not in support of allowing the old and new to exist together?
Yes. For me, I don't want the president to extend it anymore.
Okay.
Let him stop that day. But when they use new one, they are available so that people will go to bank and collect. And if they find out that the only bank manager is holding it, let the person be punished.
Okay. So
I have never supported Buhari for once, many of his politics, but this one, I
This one, okay.
All of them are crying over it.
Okay, now the question is, this is not the first time Nigeria is doing something like this. Every other time, like we've done this in the past, did people suffer as much as this, the way people are suffering now?
I'm not of that age, but I know as of when 1,000 naira, I think,
okay,
was not something like this. But because of these things, maybe Buhari decided to, and they decided to do this because of the way they are seeing some big politicians. But no, they are saying that he's not targeting at anybody. Yes, we have to believe that.
Okay.
But maybe because of that, to prevent something that is what they see, or to see that is going to happen.
Yes.
If not, even other currencies, they used to give time. For instance, when 100 naira was changed,
okay,
nobody knows even to know when the old one said.
Okay.
Yes, because two of them were used till the old one paid off.
Okay.
But because of this such a thing happen now, and this coming election happen with this coming election, those old notes will be used to that is buy not only food, buy people.
Okay.
And buy even report.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And well for this singular action.
Okay.
But let's make new
notes available.
Available.
Okay.
Not the proper.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, it is still Street Report on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. Yes, we encountered little technicalities like issues on the phone lines, but it is open now. You can still call in and then become part of this conversation. 08096661035, and then let's talk about this issue. One of the things I want answered is a situation whereby, like, comparing this suffering that the people are going through now with, like, what happened in the past when Nigeria changed from a particular currency to another one. Let's hear from you. Hello? Hello? Oh, please call back. 08096661035, and then we'll have this conversation. Yes, let's hear from this person. Hello? 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 Oh. Please, 08096661035. It is important that we talk about it. Now, the president is telling us that he's going to work something out before the 7 days elapses, that he's going to work something out, really. And in some cases, he can't tell really what is going on in some areas because CBN assured him of, smooth running of this. But the issue, the fact that there is scarcity of the new Naira notes in the first place is a big deal. Even the old one self, we don't know where to find them anymore. Let's hear from this person. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, your name and location, please.
My name is Ada from Morningstar.
Please, go on, Ada.
Okay. What I want to say is that this even Naira notes, I like it very well because it will help many people, but we don't know what the president is doing for it.
Okay.
But the problem there is that only the money some of the politicians dump in their billion fund, only changing it alone is enough to make the money that's supposed to come to the new Naira that's supposed to come to this country itself. You understand? Only to change 1 billion back, it's enough to make all the new Naira that's supposed to come to this state. But our president is supposed to tackle those people.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Those people that are serving the money, then tackle them, not offering the money. But let us enjoy because we will enjoy
it on the long run.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you.
Thank
you. Yes. It is what it is. Straight report on Ebola at the 103.5 FM. What is your take on all that is going on in Nigeria today? Already, some areas, riots are erupting, a whole lot of things is going on. But yet, the president is telling us that within these 7 days that is left of the 10-day extension, that he's going to work something out, that Nigerians won't cry anymore. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. Yes, your name and location, please.
My name is Destiny. I'm from Adonai.
Okay, please go on, Destiny.
are having this very issue of the naira.
Yeah.
I don't know what to really going on because some of the time, like I'm speaking with you right now. When we go to we can't get money. We go to bank, we can't get money. I don't know what is going on.
Okay.
So I'm so confused
about the entire situation.
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know what is really going on. If the CPF, the governor can help us.
Oh, wow, please call back. I wanted to ask you if you have experienced, change of currency in Nigeria before and how it played out. I wanted you to answer that question. Now, the numbers to call again, 08096661035, and then you become part of this conversation. Hello?
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, my brother. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Your name and location, please.
It's fine. I'm calling from Onisha.
Please go on, you're fine.
Okay. The situation in our country is just a laughable one.
Okay.
Because every problem has a solution. But as Nigerians, it's like we are used to suffering and crisis. Because if this thing was planned out very well, it would have been very smooth and there won't be suffering like everybody's suffering now to get cash.
Okay.
So let us be hoping that these 7 days our president said he will look into it, something positive will come out.
Okay.
Because as it is now, everybody, the road crisis came all at once. No fuel, no cash, no nothing. Everybody's just struggling and running out of stuff. It's very bad.
Yeah.
But I commit everything into the hands of God. I believe there is a solution and it will come soon. Okay. That's my answer.
Okay. Anyway, before you go, I want you to have you experienced change of currency before in Nigeria?
Of course, now.
Okay.
And the 200 naira and all these coins and naira.
You experienced all of them
before.
Is it always this tough like this?
I've never been this tough.
Okay.
I've never been this tough. Like this one is the most difficult time we have in terms of this currency change.
Okay. Okay.
If I think it have been an avenue, if you even really want to go cashless, I would even suggest that they scrap out the 500 and 1,000 naira note. Let's work with 200, 100 and lower denominations. Let's see whether the naira will even have some value. Because the changing from 1,000 what this color to the other color, it's not even solve anything. So scrap out the 500 and 1,000. Let's work with the 200. Let's see whether we have value for our naira. I can't be buying naira now with naira. You go to POS to withdraw, they are charging you almost double. It's something that I don't know what to say.
Okay.
Very bad. Very bad.
But how do you see it now? Basically, nobody have been arrested in the southeast because of the selling of this naira in the first place. But in all parts of Nigeria, we've seen where people have been arrested because they are selling it.
How will you arrest them? When there is demand for money, people use it as an opportunity to make money.
But it's a crime. It's a crime for you to sell the note, like this naira note. For you to sell it to somebody is crime now. It's not proper for somebody to be selling it to you.
It's a crime actually. But this is Nigeria where anything goes. So how will you arrest them?
Okay.
Somebody that needs money, somebody that needs cash, let's say, and I'm telling you bring 1,000 to collect 5,000 naira. What if you need bring the 1,000 to get the money you need to do something else? You see? So that's the system where we are, where anything goes. You see? That's why we need someone that will change the trend in Nigeria. Okay. We need someone that will stand in and right all the wrongs. You see? So that's my own opinion. Let's watch and see what happens between now and 10th of
February. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Yes, it is Street Report on Airborne Ade 103.5 FM. What is your take on all of these? Are you having fun now that we are switching from the old naira notes to the new one? Let's hear from you. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes. Your name and location, please. Oh, please call back 08096661035, and let's have this conversation. It's important that we get to understand all that is going on now and see how we can even enable the president central bank to fix this thing. The president in his comment here said that most of these banks are selfish. So if we are not taking the actions that we need to take, like getting people arrested for selling the Naira notes, how are we going to fix the situation? Because if we just allow it to just play out like that, then it will continue playing out like that. Since the president is saying that people are being selfish about it, that means that some people are also hoarding this money already. Maybe the ones that have been released already. Some people are hoarding it. So let's hear from you. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, your name and location. Okay, please go on, Ebuka. Hello, Ebuka. Yes, we are waiting to hear from you, Ebuka. Go on. Hello? Ebuka. Anyway, please call us back. 08096661035. We'd like to hear from you, Ebuka. We need to know exactly what you're talking about, basically. Why has nobody have been arrested, and then they are telling us that they are selling this thing, and you're saying, okay, please, because somebody needs money. They tell you, okay, we go to the bank and we buy the money there. Arrest both the person that bought it and the person he bought it from. That's I think the solution to it, because there's no reason for you to sell our notes. Basically, it is our currency. Let's hear from you. Hello. Good evening, my brother. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Yes, your name and location.
My name is Gabriel. Calling from
Please go on.
My brother, this is a fast man.
I will tell you.
Right. Although my father once told me that they suffer something like this when they after civil war.
Okay.
When they said the Afra money. That time you might come with like 20,000, they'll give you 10,000 or 5,000. You take it.
Okay.
You use everything.
Okay.
But this time around, our problem is our problem. Banks are selling this Naira notes to those US vendors.
Okay.
So, and one mistakenly said that they bought 600,000, 5,000. So when you buy 100,000 for 5,000, you will try to get your 5,000 first.
No problem.
Then and still seek for daily.
Okay.
That is the problem.
Yeah, but are they supposed to be buying it? Is it proper for anybody to even buy it? Being that it's a crime for you to buy it in the first place, it's not supposed. Are they supposed to be buying it?
That's because our government, as in our security agencies, are not doing their work proper. Because on a normal sense, when they say 100 naira, nobody even knows. When they introduce 50 naira, nobody knows. They're supposed to do this thing now. The good one will be going. Anyone that goes to the bank will never come out again. The good news. Then the new one will be coming out gradually.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. It is Street Report on Ebonade 103.5 FM. Join me as we cause this social change today on this issue of new Naira notes and the old Naira notes. The fact that we want to relegate the old Naira notes to the back and then put the new Naira notes into use. And yet, the two of them are scarce. You can't even see both the old and the new one. Let's hear from you. 08096661035. You and I will still have just a few minutes to spend here, but let's keep digging into this and bring a solution to it. Hello?
Yeah, okay.
Welcome, my brother. How are you doing?
Thank God, that's everything.
Very fine. How's your end?
Thank God, my brother.
Okay. Gabaniru.
My brother, it is very crystal clear that the intention of this people is to suffer the masses.
Okay.
Their intention is to suffer the masses, and the masses cannot continue to look sheepishly. People are running out of patience.
Okay.
You can give somebody that money and expecting not to provoke. Because many of our people don't know the law. That is why we are suffering.
Okay.
Do you know this law, that the law permits you, when somebody sees your goods in his compound, the law permits you to go to the compound and take your goods.
Okay.
When you carry my money and sit in the bank and the price of the money, we have the right as a people to overpower the bank and take our money when it is obviously clear that they don't want to give us our money.
Okay.
We are entitled entitled to the money, and it is our sweat.
That's what it is.
If you say no, we take it by force. That is our right. Provocation can cover you, and the right of lien also covers you. Having said that, let me say that the CBN governor, and maybe with his master, corrupted everything in the first place.
Okay.
He has a good intention to bring out this policy, but he has now allowed the policy to be polluted by political ambitions.
Okay.
When the politicians came, you gave them access initially instead of pushing the money to the market. You gave politicians access to go to the bank and they begin to buy these notes in bundles from the bank. When the people come now, the bank have already been corrupted.
Okay.
The bank have tested the money from the corrupt money, and they now want to be bought.
Okay.
Because politicians have bought it. You get my point?
Yeah.
Now, CBN governor, have you been able to tell Zenith Bank, I gave you 10 billion naira. Please bring your record. Let me see who you gave the 10 billion. How you gave the person, how much you gave each person.
Okay.
Let me see a record.
Okay.
So know people that you distributed this money to. Let me see a distributor chart. Okay?
Okay. And that's what they are promising, you know, that they will begin to clamp down on people who are hoarding it, basically. That's what they are promising right
My
now.
brother, people are trying to tell government what to do. My brother, government know what to do. What are you that is talking? But they don't want to do it because it will affect them. Look at I think we're jumping up and down, but they let them not extend it again because it's okay. They have gathered enough.
Okay.
Tinubu was crying before, but now he's happy because they have gathered.
Okay.
You understand? Who are they deceiving? If you go to party, you see this new money, they are throwing it everywhere in bundles. Where do they get it from? Something we are crying that is not 1,000 naira, but they are throwing it in bundles, in parties. Are you not going to party and see? Are you not seeing this thing?
Yeah, we've seen some of the videos where people are throwing this money away, but at the same time, we are still seeing that it's impossible for some of us to go to the banks and still access this money. Then the question I'll have for you before we wrap it up now is, during the time, have you experienced like this change of currency before in Nigeria?
Jonathan did it. The normal way is that when, like my brother that spoke last time, this time last time spoke. When the old one is going in, the other, it will not come back again.
Okay.
The new one will be coming out. Once the old one goes in, that is prison. It will not come out again. The new one, because this is the process now. Nobody will even know that they are changing money.
Okay.
Nobody will even know that money is being changed. Only that before you know it, you see that the money has vanished from the system.
Okay.
Jonathan did it. Did you explain that? The Jonathan not change money?
Polymate, not this kind, you know. This one is like the one we're doing now is like the highest denominations of these currencies. But anyhow,
if Jonathan changes, he cannot even know that they're changing money.
Okay.
The way he will plan and structure it, he will know that they're changing money.
Okay. Anyhow,
thank you. If they give you chance to change this money, nobody will know that they're changing it.
Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you so much.
I'm very serious.
Yes.
We are not cheap.
No problem. We are running out of time already. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. Yes, it's Straight Report on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. And Pokripo is our last caller on this edition of Street Report on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Basically, we talked about this issue of Naira notes. We are just hoping that the government, like the president, will do exactly as he said, that he's going to look into the issue and see what is holding back the process, you know, of releasing this new currency, basically. Then it is our responsibility as a people to checkmate the people who are selling our currency, irrespective of how it is being done. Whatever we are seeing now, if the person says they bought it from somebody in the bank, we should get both the person that bought it and the person they bought it from, you know. And last, the role I think we should play as well. We are not supposed to just sit back and wait for the government to do everything. We are supposed to do our own as well as citizens. That's the level I'm looking at it from. This is how we'll call it today on this edition of Street Report on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Right now, to everybody who called, everybody who listened, thank you so much for joining us this evening. I remember Martin Ifan Shuku AKZ as our number first, the one that I call metal. Street Reports comes to you every Friday, same station of Ebon at 103.5 FM, 4:30 p.m. is the time. So keep a date. And remember to join me tomorrow for Political Views, by 10 o'clock a.m. So till then, shalom.
Ebon FM 103.5. We are on 24/7, 24/7, round the clock. Ebon FM 103.5. Whole day, all night. Non-stop the life for every good guy.